Okay, so hello everybody, welcome back. Good morning, everyone. So, we are in our part two of Bootstrap Projects, lesson number 84. And if you guys have not seen my earlier sessions, please go ahead and watch it. There's a whole lot of sessions happening in Frontend playlist. I'll give you an idea about everything what is happening. The first 15 minutes will be only an introduction to what is the plan and all other things, so that you guys will be notified about what is happening from my side in CodeBeyond channel. Okay, so first of all, a very good morning to everybody. Let me just see if I am live and you can hear me loud and clear. Okay, perfect. So let's get started. This is Bootstrap Project Part 2 and lesson number 84. Already we have completed some of the sessions in front-end playlist. If you guys are new here, you must not be knowing about it. So I'm just going to tell you that there's a front-end playlist which is going on in CodeBeyond channel, which is totally taken by me, starting from HTML, CSS, JavaScript, Advanced JavaScript, ES6, and then Bootstrap, jQuery, and Tailwind CSS will be coming soon. So these all are the concepts which we have been done: interview questions, coding questions, and practice questions, projects. Everything is there in this playlist. So go ahead and watch it if you have not seen it. If you have seen it, then please like and share with all other fellow mates or classmates or colleagues, so that they will be able to enjoy this free content and get skill, right? Now, so in this project, what we are going to do is the first project, the part one project, we have already covered. Three projects we did. Two I did, and one of them I just showed it to you and I gave you the assignment to complete that. I hope you guys have done it. Hi Specg, good morning. So this was all about this session. Now let me just introduce you to Relevel and other stuffs, doing the formality, and then we will move into the Java portion. So we will see what are the next plans and what is there in upcoming videos. Okay. Meanwhile, more of number of people will also get to join us. Okay. Sir, may I know what is ES6? ES6 is basically the version of JavaScript. So it's ECMA ECMA script version 6. So ES6, why do we call it as ES6? Earlier it was not used to call it as ES and all. Just JavaScript we used to say, because ES6 is having all the advanced features of JavaScript which made it popular. That's why we name it as ECMAScript 6. So it's basically the version name of JavaScript, nothing else. You can always say JavaScript only, but when somebody talks about version, we say ES6, right? Okay, so if you guys are new, you must not be knowing about me. So my name is Ritwik Raj. I'm a corporate trainer. I've been working as a subject matter expert and a research analyst in most of the edtech companies. I have 3+ years of teaching experience, and I have trained graduates and corporate employees from Ascent and Capgemini, and I've trained more than 30K students till now. It is increasing day by day. The subjects which I take is mostly into front-end development, back-end languages, database, and interview preparation, like tips and tricks to how to crack interviews and all. So these are my genre, and there is a coupon code which is available, which is RIT10. So you can always avail this code and get a free level sample test paper. What is Relevel? I'm just going to tell you in 1 minute. What is this sample test paper? This will help you to clear out your actual test. So in one or the other way, it will give you an idea what kind of pattern questions will be asked and how those marks will be distributed in the Relevel actual test. That is why the sample test paper is required. Now, if you guys do not know about Relevel, then let me just introduce it to you. So Relevel is a platform which is introduced by Unacademy, which has some roles and responsibilities. So I'll tell you about that. Before that, just telling you the reason about it, why Relevel came into the picture. So basically, many times candidates miss out on great opportunities, right? Like they don't have a better degree or a poor network in the sense LinkedIn network, or close friends who are working in a big company. Also, some of the people are or have done BSc or BCom and they want to jump into IT field. They have the skills, they have the talent, they have done multiple projects, but their resumes are getting rejected by companies just because they are from different background. They are not engineers, or they have not done BTech or BE. Also, there are some people who have done BTech or BE, but still they are not getting placed in many of the companies because of their college. So maybe they are from tier 3 college, and most of the companies do call only tier 2 or tier 1, right? Give preference to them. and this is not good. That's why Relevel came into picture. Now, what is Relevel? So basically, it is India's first test science platform by Unacademy, which is helping job seekers find their dream jobs on the basis of talent, on the basis of skill, not on the basis of degree or network or anything else. Right now, what are the benefits of it? So basically, you have to appear for a test which is of 1000 marks, and you have to score above 700 marks. If you do that, then you'll be eligible for the profile. We'll create a profile for you, and we'll be distributing this profile to many of our clients who have 1000 plus positions across business development, backend development, and front-end development. So you will get interviewed and you'll get hired directly. With Relevel, you're in a unique position to invite interest from companies instead of hunting for opportunities on your own. So it's a better decision to go ahead and register for it. How you can register for Relevel? So basically, in the description, you can find a link of Relevel. You can click on it and you'll be able to get inside relevel.com, and in that you have to register for yourself. So you have to put down your mobile number and an OTP, and after that you can reach out to this particular page where you have to choose which particular test you want to give. So maybe front-end development, back-end development, you can choose that, and then you can book a slot when you want to give the level test. Slots are limited, so I suggest you to book it fast. Okay, now once you choose the slot, you have to fill in the details for the admit card. So full name, email ID, birth year, current status, current state, and then gender, and then you have to fill in the coupon code. So here you need to fill in RIT10, that is the coupon code, to click on apply and then click on create account. Once you click on create account will be created, and this is the sample paper which you will get. Okay, now once you get this sample paper, you'll be able to fetch all the necessary details of the actual exam, what kind of questions will be asked, how many questions will be asked, whether it will be MCQ or coding, or how this 1000 marks are segregated. All these informations you will get it in this sample paper. Remember, if you're not using the coupon code, you won't be able to get the sample paper, so do use the code. This is how you can register for Relevel, so do it right away. If you've already done it, all the best for the exam. If you have not done it, go ahead and do it. If you have already done it and given the exam and you have failed for the first attempt, after 30 days you can reattempt the test, so prepare for that. And suppose if you're not ready for the test, you don't want to register because you're not ready, you're afraid that this is 1000 marks and I don't have the skills, then go ahead and take time out and click on CodeBeyond channel. Check out all other educators, not only mine, all other educators, what they are doing, how they are teaching different topics like DSS, CP, and backend programming, frontend programming, Python, SQL. A lot of things are happening in this particular channel, so learn it from there. Upskill yourself, and then come back and register for Relevel, right? Okay, also you can join the Telegram channel, which is CodeBeyond channel. So you can click on the link which is given in the description, so that you get an update and notifications about all the other educators when they're coming live, at what time, with what topic. All of those updates will be given in this particular link. Please do subscribe to the YouTube channel, which is CodeBeyond, and also like and share this video so that more and more number of people will get to know about this. Okay, now this is very important. Before starting our project session, this is really very important, which I want to tell you right away, right now in this session, because I have been planning too many things to come up in January. You must be knowing about it. You guys are following me from starting, and you must be knowing what are the plans which I'm coming up with. So subscription is very important, because you will get to know, you will get the notifications and community post, everything, every update will be given in that. It'll be really important if you can subscribe and hit the notification bell. If your friends also have not done it, tell them to do it, because the information which you will get, they won't be able to get it. Also, please like and share, because if you'll share, you can share it anywhere, maybe in your WhatsApp status, maybe in your Instagram status, maybe in your LinkedIn. You can share by tagging me, right? Many of you have sent me the request and I've accepted it. So you can tag there, so that more and more number of people will get to know that these sessions are for free. Now, why I'm telling this? Because I am coming up with Java tutorial. You must be knowing complete Java tutorial from 17th, right? And everything was on plan. Everything will be very strictly followed. So all the sessions will be there every day, right? I just want more and more number of people to join, because soon we'll be coming up with community posts. By today, I think 5 p.m. We'll be launching the trailer, we'll be launching the community post, and everything will be there scheduled. So these things are happening, and I want that more and more number of people should be knowing about it, that what is going on in this particular channel, right? Also, as I told you, that I'll be coming up with certain 15 to 30 minutes of videos in which trending videos will be shown. Trending in the sense what is happening in 2022, what are the programming languages which is in demand, what are the technical interviews, how it will happen in 2022, and what is the IT trend which is happening in 2022. So all 2022 trending videos will be coming up with via me, right? So there will be a playlist soon, and I'll be coming up posting all the videos. It will be premiering, so you will be watching it for 15 or 30 minutes. And these videos are really necessary because you guys must be preparing for FANG companies, you guys must be preparing for your interviews, and if you're learning any skill, you must be very bored out of it, right? You must be very bored that I'm just coding and coding. This 15 minutes 30 minutes video will increase your knowledge on IT trends. That is also very important, right? Most of beginners or freshers do not actually give value to this IT trends, but this is also very important. You need to know what Google is doing, what FANG companies are preparing for their next interviews, right? How they are planning, what are the different things that they are including in their interviews, right? How many rounds are there, what is the package? These all informations will be given in those sessions, right? So soon I'll be coming up with 3 to 4 topics which I have decided to come up with every Saturday and Sunday. So let's see how it goes. But yeah, it will be premiered and it will be only for 15 and 30 minutes, not to take much of time of yours, because those are not increasing your skill. Those are just to give you an information, right? An update about the 2022 trends. So I hope that it will work, and that's why I want everybody to please do subscribe the channel, because a lot of planning is going on. A lot of things will be coming up soon in this channel via me and via all other educators. So I hope you will take this very seriously. Okay, now coming back to projects. So this one is a very important session because this is the last session of Bootstrap. And don't worry if you're following the front-end page and if you can see that everything is mixed up: HTML, CSS, JavaScript. We have JavaScript somewhere in between HTML. We have CSS somewhere in between HTML. Don't worry. Once we'll finish this front-end playlist, we will segregate it into 4 playlists: HTML and CSS 1, JavaScript 1, and Bootstrap 1, and other stuffs in one playlist. So everything will be segregated, and then you will be able to follow all other all these videos as well, right? So don't worry about that. Now let's start our project part 2. So here basically there is no project which I have designed. Okay, let me just show you what we have done and what I wanted to actually show you in this particular video by the meaning of this video. So let me just open a particular folder. Let me just first show you the project section. This was the one of the project which we did earlier in our previous session, the project part 1. We did project 1, we did this part. Let me just show you what we did. I'm just going to show you, I'm not going to show the code. You can see this one, what is what we did in my project part 1, which was premiered yesterday. If you have not seen how we did the coding of it, then please go ahead and watch it. It's a really nice project, the cards basically. And the next one what we did was project 2. So let me just show you this one, where we have used a lot of things like Flatty, like font awesome icons, and then SCSS, and then JavaScript as well, and then internal styling as well. So many of the things we have done here. Let's check out how this looks and what we did in the year. So this is what we did: Netflix subscription plan, and we were having some of the icons here. It's loading. Once it loads, those icons will be coming. Right now it's not showing. And the last one which I gave you as a project, I told you that you can attempt this as a project and you can check out if you can do it, right? So this was one of them. You can see that these are the icons which was loading, and here is this project. So you can see I already showed you this particular part, how to do this, in my session, and I told you to do it on your own. I don't know how many people of you have done this, but this was one of the project which we actually did, right? So I hope these all are making sense. And now in today's session I have a bunch of another projects. Let me just show you. So I'm just opening a folder, and so this is one of the folder in which a lot of projects are there, if you can see. So we have a lot of projects. Let me just show you how does this appear first of all. So there's an album kind of folder. I don't know what it does. So let's just check out what it does. There's an index.html. Okay. We'll close this and we'll just check out some codes here. So there's a style and these are some links provided with Bootstrap. You can use the same link which I have used generally in all my sessions. You can do that, but this also you can do. Okay, so there's no problem. You can use in this way also. I have not taught you this way. It's all fine. If you don't want to use in this way, don't use it. These are the links how you can add Bootstrap to your file. So if you don't want to use it, that's totally fine. You can use the way how I was using CDN links of Bootstrap. Okay, this was the styling part which we have written, and there is some header. There's some main section. There's a section here inside the main, and then there are some div codes and all. There's some random codes here, but we can see that these are repeated. If you can see, this much of div and then this much of div is all repeated, right? There's a card. If you can see, there's a card body. So I'm just showing you the code. Let's just see what it actually creates, and then we'll get an idea. So have a look here. So this is the kind of album web page in which it's named as album. If you click on this, you will get a header. So by clicking this hamburger menu, you are getting a header. Also, this is one of the header part, which I showed you the code, right? I showed you the code of the header part where I actually explained you that this is the header, right? This is the header. Okay. So here we have all these follow on Twitter, like on Facebook, the upper part, which you clicked and then came. That is this part. And this is the navigation bar where we have the album and we have the toggle button. If you can see the toggle icon, right? So that is what is there. And that's what is the header part. Okay. Now next, if you can see, this is the content part. This is the first section. This is the first section, and then there we have the cards. So 1 card, 2, 3, then again 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then we have one footer here. Okay, so this is the whole landing page. This is what we call it as landing page because it's one particular page. There's no other link which we have given here. Also, there's no link. It's just that follow on Twitter or Facebook, email me. So this is what is called as landing page. Landing page means only one single page in which you have everything. There's no navigation links and all. It's just one particular toggler icon and the content. So this is the body part, one particular portion, and then this is the card body part. Okay, so card body is very easy. These are just duplicated, right? View and click button, then these all messages are there. So this is one of the web page. Now let me show you the code. Now you must be thinking that if one particular file, if one particular folder album is having this code and such a good code, because you can use this and you can create your own project, right? Very clearly you can do that. You just have to remove some of the things from here. Maybe you will add some images in the card body. Maybe you will change the text of your cards. Maybe you will change the text of your content, this content, right? Maybe you will give your logo here, or you can write your company name here, and then you can put up this. It can be a photography album. If you're a photographer, you can create this particular website for you, right? And this can be a project for you also, right? A small mini Bootstrap project, right? Now this is a mini project. This is not a very big project because this is just showing you not multiple things, only the concept of card which has been shown here. So this is the card body which is getting repeated every time, right? Now I'm not going to show you the whole code because there's a very good news which I'll give you right away. So let's just move into the next project. Let's say that I'm going into the blog one. Okay, this is the index.html. This is the index.html. Let me just open it up. Open with live server and have a look. So I'll close this. This is the blog template. Now you must be knowing what is blog. Every company is having its blog page where they fill up some of the bloggings. They write some bloggings there, details about some IT industries or anything, right? So this is one of the page. This is just one of the, this is not a landing page. This is basically a website. So you have some links here, and there are some cards here, which is having a different design, and there are some details here. And you can also see that once I reach here, this about part, which is on the right hand side, is getting fixed. Do tell me in the comment section if this is a fixed or a sticky. Yesterday I took one session, I told you the difference between those both. So do let me know if this is sticky or fixed, but we have used one of them. So you have to tell me in the live chat which one is this. Okay. And you can scroll down, you have all these text here. So everything is perfectly written. It's looking like a blog, right? Everything is there. Now imagine these all folders are projects. These all folders are nothing but projects, giving you an idea of different kind of web pages, right? So there's a carousel, then there's a checkout, there's a cheat sheet kind of page. So if I just open it, let me just show you. So if I open it up with live server, you can see this kind of a cheat sheet where you can like a documentation for your own language, right? Say this is a Bootstrap cheat sheet which you want to create. So there's a content in which Bootstrap images ka cheat sheet will come. What is an images? And then tables ka cheat sheet, how you can create tables, then figures. So this is a cheat sheet kind of format. These all are basically project folders in which we have different kind of projects, right? Now this is free of cost. It is available for you. You can download it directly and you can use this anytime in your projects. Now, why I'm always telling you that you can use it in your projects, because always you guys have told me that I want some projects in my resumes, right? So this will really help you, because here nobody is giving me the whole detail. These are just sample projects, sample pages which has been created. So what you can do is you can go to, let's say, Jumbotron, and you can see what kind of page is here. Let's say that I open it up, and this is what is a Jumbotron example. So Jumbotron is basically one of the idea in Bootstrap which have this kind of page, right? So you can use Jumbotron component in Bootstrap and you can create this kind of pages. So this is what this Jumbotron looks like, right? So you can change these all things and you can create a whole website. Like suppose this is your first page. Okay, this is your first page of a website. There are some links given here. When you click on one of the link, it takes you to this page. And in this page, you have this content. So do not just copy everything. Try to change the color, try to change the content, try to insert some of your things. Like here you can see there's only one part which is a footer. But if you can see here, you have a whole footer here. So you want that this footer should be there in all your HTML pages, right? All your links. So this one footer should be there in all of your links. These kind of small things like back to top. Say to scroll above. These kind of small things you can add it in your website. Add some more this kind of pages, different kind of pages in your website, in one website, right? And try to then deploy it. Okay. What will happen with this? Basically, you can add it in a resume. You can say that I know this, I have the skills of Bootstrap. I've used these all features of table, and I've used here the card structure. I've used here the blog template in which I have created some cards, and I've also created one sticky kind of thing. And then I have created this cheat sheet, Jumbotron I've used. All these features I've used in my particular website. Okay. Now the question is where you will get this. So we need to understand those projects and modify, and also can merge multiple things. Yes, that's what is the plan. Because you see, you cannot just copy it up. Okay, you cannot just copy it up. If you will copy it up, you are not getting those knowledge. That is not your project. You are just copying and putting it up, right? So you have to understand each of the lines of code, and that is not very much tough. If you look here, if you just go down, let's say that this is the Jumbotron, I think, and there is this main code, right? Even if I just sit here and I just see some of the codes here, I can understand each one of them. I can understand because I have told you what are these, what is PB3, what is MB4, what is border bottom, what is deflex. We have used this align item center. Yesterday I used it. Text decoration none. What is this? You guys have known about CSS and you know what is text decoration none, text dark. So there's not even one code which you do not know. Let's say that in one of the project they have been using some other kind of thing which I have not taught you or which you do not know about. So just Google it, right? At least you will Google it. You will try to find some new things and you can add it in your website again. So it is a win-win situation for you, right? Now let me just introduce you to this particular website again. I have done this multiple times, but this is getbootstrap.com, and this is where you can get that particular project part. Okay, so if you just click on this example section, right now here you can see a lot of examples are given here. Okay, you have your headers, you have your heroes. Heroes is the nothing but the main section of any particular web page. There's a features page. There is this sidebars. So just let me click here. Let me just show you once. You can see here a multiple sidebars are given here. Okay, you do not need to create everything. It's just multiple ways of creating a sidebar which is given here. That's why from the starting of the session of Bootstrap, when I started it, I am telling about getbootstrap.com because here you will get a lot of things. So you can see here different designs of sidebar are given, and what you have to do, you have to just understand the code and use it in your website for your project, right? So no questions will be asked because you know how to do this. If you'll read the code, if you'll understand the code, and I think I have done this one in my project. When I was explaining one of the part of sidebar, I have explained this, how you can do it. So by clicking on one of the button, you can get this sidebar and everything will be there. So this is really very fun. How to get the codes of this? You have to just click on download examples here. If you click on this download example or download source code, you will get the whole HTML and CSS part of it. Okay, for everything, right? Which if you can see, I have clicked on sidebars, right? So let me just go to the code. This is the folder which I have downloaded, and if you can see here sidebars, right? If I click on index.html, this is the code. There's JS part also in this. There's CSS part also in this. Don't look at the length of the code. This is mix of all the sidebars. If you just talk about one sidebar, that is just a small portion. So do not think that's a very long code. I cannot do it. Don't get afraid of it. If I click on open with live server, it's the same website which I have shown you. You can see. Okay, so let me just show you some more. So you can see footers are also there. You can, not only one, there are different styles of these footers. You can see here, right? So there are multiple ways of writing a footer, and that's what is given here. You can also update this anytime. Like if you want to add some images in the footer, you can add it. If you want to add Google Maps in your website, you can add it. Google Map is basically an HTML feature which you can add. So there's an extension which you need to follow, and the Google Map extension. Once you put that, you'll be able to get a Google Map location. You must have seen some of the websites, this Google Map location will be there, which will actually tell the user or the customer that where is my company located. So that also you can do. Then there is drop downs. I have taught you drop downs. Again, here also you can use these codes, list groups, models. So these are basically the individual snippets, but here we have the custom components. So remember the album, right? This one, which I showed you, that is given here. Then the pricing. So suppose if you're creating a e-commerce website where you have some different products for which you want to showcase all the products. So this is how you can do it. You can add one particular image here, or maybe Netflix subscription, which I showed you one of the table. You can convert that into this kind of thing, right? That also you can do. So try to do all these kind of different examples within a sort of time. Let's say that you are in your 6th sem, maybe 3rd year, right? And you have some free time. Try to do it because you have time, right? Utilize this time in practicing this kind of things. Then only once you will pass out, you will have all these knowledges in your mind. You don't have to go ahead and check out getbootstrap.com again. You will be knowing that how I can create a card. So start it from now itself. You have a great resource in front of you. This is one of the best thing which you can get, because all other pages, or let's say Udemy, let's say Coursera, if you go ahead and take a course, you will need money, right? But here it's all free of cost. Everything is given to just for you to practice and exercise. So this is one of the best thing. Not everybody does it, but because everybody is not having much free time and they want quickly everything to be there. But if you want to learn, you can get it from here. If you want to create a project of your own which you want to add it in your resume, this is the best website which you can follow. Correct? So you have here everything: product cover, carousel, blogging, dashboard, sign in. So we'll take one of the project and we'll see the code of it, how it works, and then we'll finish the session. Okay, if you have any questions, please do let me know. So please do some machines coding front-end task. Okay, I'll take that in consideration. You need to understand those projects. Yeah, text decoration line through. We'll draw a line through text. Has to be in Viva, and instead of text decoration, I've said text style. Yeah, so these small things you need to take care on. Please take up carousel once. Like, brief it up, please. Okay, portfolio. Yeah, Biswas, you can use a portfolio also. I don't know if portfolio kind of thing is given here, because portfolio is kind of a personal project. So I don't think they have a portfolio kind of thing here. But if you want to create a portfolio website, go to my front-end playlist and check out Mixed Projects 4 or Mixed Projects 5. I have given there one of the portfolio project which is created, I think, using HTML and CSS, not JavaScript, only HTML and CSS. So what you can do, you can take that code, you can add some of your own features into that and convert it into Bootstrap. That means try to write Bootstrap program and create the copy of it. So that will become a Bootstrap project of portfolio kind of project. Okay, so carousel, I think Svgs told me about carousel, and carousel again is one of the features which I have taught you guys in my part 3 I think of Bootstrap, in which I totally designed one full carousel and I showed you how the carousel works. Let me just open one carousel and let me just show you how the code of this actually works, if you have asked. So you can see here, this is one of the carousel, and yeah, I think only one of them has been used here. So you can just move this and this will move. This I have also created once in my carousel topic. If you have not seen, please go ahead and see it. That was most general one. So let me just bring back to the code and open the carousel code once. Do not follow this RTL once. You can actually delete this RTL once. RTL1 is basically the right to left, which is Arabic version of it. So you can delete this. You do not need any of the RTL projects. Okay. Yeah. So this is your index. I hope only index. Yeah. CSS is also there. See, you have been given all the comments as well, so that you do get to know what they are doing actually. So if they are centering, aligning the text within the 3 columns, they are telling it that this is what I'm doing from here. So it's a great resource. That's what I'm saying. Okay, now basically let's start from the beginning. So if you see here, what are we doing? Let's start from the body. Do not look above this all things, because this is all, you know what you have to write. So do not have a look at that. This is one of the style which is given, and then this is the internal style and this is the external style. We'll talk about that later, but the main part which we need to follow is this one, right? So you must be knowing that we are using carousel. So carousel class we need to use somewhere, right? And this is where we have used the carousel class. Okay, this is the main part. That's why, let me just show you the main part. This is the main part. Okay, this is the main section, the gray color part. You can add images. They have not added. You can add images as well. But this is the first thing. So you can see here, this is the navigation bar which they have created, and this is the form. So you can search whatever you want, and there's a button. I hope you must be knowing how they have created this button. BG success, and then hovering, in the hovering they have given BG success. Also have a look at this. Carousel is the logo. That means a company name or whatever you can put, and then home, and then link, and then disable. Look at the variations. So you can see this is more bright. This like not that much bright. This not that much bright, like a gray color, and this is disabled. So you cannot click this, right? So you know all of these things, but let's see how to put it all together. Let's go to the code. Yeah, so this is my navigation bar section, right? The whole header is given here. Okay, so let's check out how did they do it. All the classes have been knowing to you. You know all the classes because I have been teaching you navigation bar. Like I have done it in the Bootstrap part 4 session if you have not seen it. So there's a Navbar class. That means we are using Bootstrap component or classes. Navbar expand MD. MD is the size, so it is getting expanded, taking consideration that it's a medium size screen. And then navbar dark, that means the background is dark of the navbar. Fixed top, that means it is fixed. Let me just show you once. You can see here when I scroll, this is already fixed, right? So this is fixed. This is the meaning of fixed. It's already at the top. It is not moving whenever I'm scrolling. What is sticky? So this is sticky. Can you see? This about thing is not fixed right now. It is moving. And once it reaches the top, it gets a stick there, right? That's sticky. Okay. So let me come back and let me come back. So BG dark, again, the background color. So this is one of the first navigation bar. So remember that navigation we need to close down, and then we are starting with container fluid. This container fluid will make sure that the whole width of the web page is taken. If you do not know container fluid, go ahead and restart your Bootstrap journey, because the very first concept which you learn in Bootstrap is nothing but container fluid. Guys, please do comment if you are not understanding anything, or if you want any particular thing, please do comment in the live chat so that I get to know about it. Okay, now you can see here there's an anchor tag which is saying carousel, and there's a navbar brand. So basically in navbar always we have this class navbar brand in which we write the topic name. Like in the navigation bar, which is the most important part where we write the brand name or the logo name. That's what we are doing here. Then we have a button, Navbar Toggler. So it's basically a button which will collapse. Database toggle collapse. Let's see what is it doing. So database target, what is it doing? Navbar collapse. So it will close the navbar itself. Let me see what is next written here. This button is not visible, or is it? 1 second, let me just comment it. Let's check out. Yeah, this button is not visible basically. So you can see here beside carousel there should be one link, but it's not there. I've commented right now and nothing has changed. So I think it's not working. I think there is a button you can see here, but that's not shown. So I'll just keep it commented itself. I'll keep it commented as it is not working. And then collapse. So let's go to the nav item. So we have these all. First is home. You can see here home, and then we have this link, and then we have, so see, this is active, this is not active. That's why the link is in different color and the home is in different color, if you can check out that. And then the next part is disabled. So you can see this one is disabled. Again, this is the disabled icon itself. We have written here the text disabled. And then we have used flex property to make our one of the search button and the input thing to be there. So this is the input text box. You can see here there's an input text box in which the placeholder is search, and we have a button which is search button. Again, that's a success. That's a green success. So you can see here how the code is written. The code for this is btn outline success. Okay, this is the header part. The main part is now the carousel. So you can see here this has started, and here it got end. right? So the lot of things which you need. Let's see what all things do we need here. If you can see here, we have the content part here, right? Example, headline and all. We have these arrows and we have these dots here, right? So even if you click this one, this will get you scroll. Okay. And one more thing to notice here, that once I'm in the first carousel, you can see that it is on the left hand side. The center one, the content is on the center side, and in the third one, the content is on the right hand side. So this also we need to notice. So there are how many number of things? We have this arrow, we have this content, we have these dots. So 3 things we need. This is the same way how I have taught you carousel in my earlier sessions of theory. If you have not checked it out, please do check it out. So so first of all, you can see here that there are carousel indicators. Those are those indicators, that dots, right, which I was talking about. The down middle part, there are 3 dots. That's what we have given here. Button type button, but we don't want the complete button, so it's just database slide to 0, 1, 2. Okay, if you want to see the whole code, you can see here it's written. This one is active. That means whenever the first time the page will load, this is the first carousel which will be shown to the user, and then there is slide 2 and then there is slide 3. Okay, this is the same code which I've explained to you when I was teaching you carousel. So I hope you will understand this. Next is carousel inner part. So this is first one, which is div class item active, and there's a placeholder image. If you want to put, you can put, otherwise just leave it. So yeah, that is the first SVG. Okay, the gray color thing. And then there's a different container, that is the caption, the written part in that. So you can see here, this div is started, and one second. This div is started and is getting closed here. So this is the whole one bunch of item. This is the whole one bunch of carousel. So I'm talking about this one. This is the one part which I'm showing you here. The another part is starting from here. So you just have to copy and paste it. It's just that this time this will not be active, because active means the first time whatever page will load, whenever the page will load, the first element should be this one. So again, this is getting repeated. Understand, if you do not know SVG is scalar vector graphics. This is the feature of HTML. It's a tag which provides different kind of rectangle or shapes. So here, this gray color is a shape which is coming up because of SVG. Instead of image, they have given an SVG. You can always use an image instead of this SVG. So that's what is shown here. Okay, in the SVG. This is the content part. I hope there's no problem in this. This is just a button, BTN large. A large kind of button is given. Sign up today. Also, if you look here, carousel caption, text start. Do you remember? Yesterday I told you about start and end, right? So this is text start. That means on the left hand side. If I write text end, it will be on the right hand side. So you can see here text end. So in the third part, in the third carousel, text end is written. So this is the first part. This one? No, this one. And then we have the second part from here till here. And then we have the third part from here till here. So that's how you created 3 carousels. And then we have the 2 buttons of next and previous, the arrow signs. So you can see here, carousel control previous icon, carousel control next icon. And this is basically visual hidden. So you can't see the text previous or next. Whenever you write visually hidden, that means it is hidden. You won't be able to see it. So it's not written anywhere. It's just the arrow which we can see. Okay. And what does it do? It takes you to the previous carousel. How the browser is getting to know that if somebody is clicking on the left arrow, then I have to go back, or if anybody is clicking on the right arrow, then I have to go next, because of this carousel control prev. Okay. Carousel control next will get to know that once user is clicking on those buttons, it'll move to the next slide. So in carousel caption, do we use slide first, slide second, and slide third? Carousel caption. Okay, in this one. See, you can see here what we have done. If you can see in this one, right? In this whole, let me just take it. Yeah. So in this one, if you can see what all things we have written, let's check out. So one particular caption we are taking, okay? We have container, we have carousel caption, text start, and if you move here, no, we do not mention the slide 0, slide 1, slide 2, 3. It's just carousel item, that's it. So we do not mention that. I hope why are you asking? I know why you're asking, because this particular thing, whatever we have written here, you want it to match it with these three captions so that browser will understand that, okay, this text will be in the first slide, the another text caption will be in the another slide. That's why you are asking that. But that is happening because of this carousel inner itself. So carousel inner or carousel item, these all classes make sense. So it's an inner code which is written inside Bootstrap programs. They only do it automatically. So you don't have to do anything. Once you use carousel, that means they will understand that, captions will be written inside that. So, I mean, at the bottom, there are 3 pills shaped. No, those are these buttons. So those are buttons which doesn't look like button, but those are just like pill shaped. So you can see here, for that we just need to write this part: database slide to 0, database slide to 1, database slide to 2. So that makes sense. If you are clicking on this, it will slide to the 0th slide. If you click on the second one, it will move to the slide 1. If you click on this one, it will move to the slide 2. That is what we are doing here. These are 3 buttons which you have created. No, we do not use slide first, slide second, slide third in these. We just mention that this is slide 1, this is slide 2, this is slide 3. You can see here, area label. That's it. Only these ones. So it's all happening by a Bootstrap. See, here logic doesn't make sense. Here you will not understand how these buttons are linked with these 3 carousels. You will not understand that. But do understand that we are using Bootstrap, carousel item, carousel inner. These all things are making sure that it is connected with carousel indicators. That's why we are using these classes. That's what makes it easy for the developers to do it directly. They don't have to worry about the logic, how it will get connected. No, you just have to write the code, whatever is written. The last portion was the previous button and the next button. So you can see this is the previous button, this is the next button, and that's how you can get it. Okay, and this is still the carousel. Okay, so three things we have already done. We have already completed this previous button, next button. We have already completed the carousel. We have already completed this buttons, the 3 buttons. Now we are moving into the heading part. So again, you can see in this heading part, there are 3 headings. That means we can say it as a card, but actually it's not a card. Card will be having some boundary, but here we don't have that. So we'll see what is that. But these are all side by side. So don't we, whenever it is side by side, don't we just think about row and column? So it's a row, there are 3 columns, column 1, column 2, column 3. But amazing fact is that these all have different sizes. So I hope you remember what they are using, right? So they will be using SM, MD and LG, right? That's the different sizes which they have used here. Let's check out this code. Yeah, Bootstrap needs a lot of practice. That is why this is not one of the tutorials which is taking 20 hours or 30 hours. No, you can see in YouTube also there's not much long content on Bootstrap, because nobody has that much knowledge of using Bootstrap again and again. It's just that for an interview perspective, how much knowledge you need, you should have that. Like if you want to create carousel, then which particular class do we use? Or if you want to create a navigation bar, if I want to write the link, then which class you will use? Right? What is the meaning of MT? What is the meaning of PB? What is the meaning of PY? What is the difference between Bootstrap 4 and Bootstrap 5? So these questions you should get to know. If you're writing a skill of Bootstrap in your resume, these questions you should prepare it in your mind already. Okay, so how you will get to know, how you will be confident about those questions when you will do a project on that, right? So these kind of projects will help you grasp in your mind that, okay, I am very much sure about cracking an interview because I know all the basic components at least very clearly. Nobody is gonna ask you everything because this needs a lot of practice. And even if somebody is working on Bootstrap in a developer position, working in a very good company, they are using Google. You must be knowing that, right? Nobody knows each and every concept. They are using Google, they are googling it, going into some of the websites like getbootstrap.com, or maybe Tutorials Point, maybe W3 School, any kind of website, and then they're searching that, and then they're doing the project. So it's all fine. It's just that from the start, for the starting period of time for cracking your interview, you need to have these knowledge. Okay, so it's not really hard. If you're thinking that sir is showing this many codes, I need to remember this many codes, no, that's not the fact. I'm just showing you this so that you practice, and once you practice, all these things will be in your mind, so you won't feel very worried about it, right? Okay, let's move into the heading part. So this is the class container marketing. So this is what is marketing, messaging, and feature it. So this is a very new thing. We have not seen this any of the time, but yeah, let's have a look. So this is the div, the row, first row. Then we have the column, which is this one, the first column LG4. I hope you know what does that mean. We have done again column LG4, and then we have again column LG4. So three things we have. Again here, BD placeholder image. So you can hold any image. This is rounded circle. That's why the image is in the circle position. So you can see here. I'll let you know, Svgs, just 1 second. I'll tell you which one is, what is the change which they have done. So you can see a round circle, right? This is the round circle. Okay. Yeah, one more thing, guys. That is not your SM, MD, and LG. I'm so sorry. This because only just because of the text, nothing else. You can see the text is 4 lines, 3 lines, 2 lines. That is the only thing. I just noticed that all the circles are same and all the buttons are same. Can you see that? If you will use SM, MD, and LG, circle will also be small. Your buttons will also get small. So I just figured out that that is not there. By looking at it, you can see that it's looking like small, medium, and large, right? But it's not. It's just the text. I just figured it out. So sorry for that. But yeah, so that is why they have used LG4, LG4, LG4. Okay. I hope you got it, Svgsy. So rounded circle, this is something new. We did not use anywhere. I've just used it once time, one project I've used. Remember yesterday project which I gave you the assignment, there were 3 employees faces which was in circle. Right, so there I have used rounded circle. This is what you can use. I never taught you this in my theory sessions, but you can see it now here. This is what is rounded circle. A kind of width and height is given. All x, see this x, y, fill, dy, this you will only get to know when you will learn about SVG. So please go ahead and learn SVG once. This is also taken by me on HTML part. If you just scroll above, like on the October month, I have, no, not in October, November month, in the starting of November month, I've used this SVG. So that is for the image, again, the gray color part, this gray color thing, which you can see in the circle. That's why they have used SVG. H2 heading, that's the heading. This is a paragraph. Then there's a view detail, which is a button. If you can see, this is a link, but they are using a class which is BTN. So they have not used the button tag, but they have used the class button. So it appears as a button. If you can see, this is a link, not a button tag. It's a link, but we have used Bootstrap class to make it as a button. That's what they're doing. Also the icon, if you can see that double arrow, that double arrow is coming because of this particular element. If you can see here, can you see this? RAQOU. SVG is an icon? No, it's not an icon. SVG is basically let's say if you want to bring any kind of graphic to your web page, right? Let's say a circle graphic or a rectangular graphic or a pentagon or a hexagon or an octagon. This kind of shapes you want to produce in your HTML page or a web page, right? So these SVGs will create that very easily. So inside SVGs we have some tags, right? Like rectangular tag, circle tag, pentagon tag. So these are some of the tags which is there in SVG. We can use SVG and we can create those kind of shapes, right? So SVG makes it really easy to create such kind of graphic, we can say. So that's what it is. It's not a icon. It's basically providing graphics. Okay. So that's what it is. By giving X value, Y value, that means horizontal value, vertical value. In circle also we have radius, so we have R value. We have all those things. If you look out, just look it out. It's not a very important question which is asked in interviews, but you know, that's why I do not consider it. But yeah, if you have some knowledge about it, that will be really good. I have taken one in one of the session, SVG session. Just check it out once. I think the name in the title is also there in the video. Just check out once in my playlist. You will find that. Okay, so that is the BTN secondary. BTN secondary is nothing but the gray color. That's why we are getting the gray color here, right? And then we are starting up with the another div. It's the same code again. It's just that the paragraph were different. That's why you can see that these are looking like that is small, but it's not. Everything is same. So it's basically the LG which they have used, the large part. Okay, now your assignment, try to see this part, try to see how this works, try to see how they have created this one. This is basically they're using float end, float start for the images. Try to see how they have done this, because you can try to grasp this part and put it in your website. This will look really amazing. You will have one image here and you can just use this in your website site. So the main motto of this session was to just show you this particular website and the portion where examples are written. Directly download this right away today itself and start your journey of Bootstrap. Start creating projects. I think 1 month is enough for Bootstrap. Do not try it 1 month, also not the whole month. Just 1 hour, 1 day for 1 month will be enough to understand these all concepts. You again understand some of the pointers, that you do not have to grasp everything. All the codes are not necessary. You just have to learn that much, that आखिर में you should be able to create one project and put it in a resume, and it should show that you know your Bootstrap skills. You have the skills of Bootstrap. If any question will be asked on Bootstrap, basic questions will be asked on Bootstrap. If it is asked, you will be able to answer it. That is the whole motto of it. So do not try to get burdened that, my God, these many things are there. How will I do it? I can't add all the features. This is very complex. I'm not getting understanding about all these things. Do not think all those things. You just need to understand some basic concepts about all these things. One each of the things you can just understand, and you will create a project, right? So that is the whole motto of this session. I hope you have understood these all things. Thank you for that RAQOUO thing, Svgs. Okay, so this was all about our projects and the Bootstrap thing. Bootstrap is finished. We'll create a playlist, a separate playlist of Bootstrap, and we'll try to add all the 6 sessions and 2 projects in that playlist, so that if anybody wants to learn Bootstrap, they can directly go ahead and see that Bootstrap wala folder, right? Similarly, we'll do it for JavaScript ES6, and we'll also do it same with HTML and CSS. And yeah, so that's it. Again, telling you about the Java. So I'm coming up with Java complete tutorial from 17th, which is Monday. And also I'm coming up with these trending videos on 2022, like what are the top trending things which is happening in 2022 very soon. So be very sure that you see those videos, and also do like and share all these videos. Okay, please join the Telegram channel. The link is given in the description. You'll be able to get all the notifications when I'm coming with what video and which particular video is getting premiered. Telegram channel will become very much live from Monday, because Monday is a complete change in my schedule at least. So in Telegram you'll get all the updates there, so please do join this. From Monday there'll be a whole lot of notifications coming up in Telegram channel. Also please do subscribe to the channel, which is CodeBeyond. Please do subscribe and also tell your fellow mates to subscribe, so that more and more number of people will get to know about it. Do share these videos in LinkedIn profile, tag me if you are connected with me in LinkedIn, and then so that more and more number of people will get to know about this free content, right? Thank you so much, guys. I'll meet you really soon, and be sure about community posts. Do check it out. Do check out always CodeBeyond channel, which all sessions are coming up, right? Thank you so much, guys. I'll meet you really soon. Bye bye. Take care.